Yo, what's going on there, YouTube? Your boy Marcus Levy, the Angry Ranter, here for vlog 128, the Angry Ranter vlog series in the dark. So, this is kind of a stark contrast to, even when I was leaving the house yesterday, same time, the overcast, right now is casting a rather dark shadow, even though I'm not leaving all that much later than I did yesterday. This is maybe about 30 minutes later, but we are, and it's true, we are moving slowly away from that first day of summer, which is the longest day of the year. So I get it. Did have a specific topic that I wanted to cover today in the vlog, and that is, well, first off, I made a bit of a whoopsie myself and ran out of data on my phone. So aside from using it right now as a camera, it's essentially a nearly, useless brick without the internet, because despite having a 15 gig data plan, I was at work doing an overnight, recording a few episodes of Pokemon Crystal Clear, and I went to upload them into the cloud, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you're at 90%. I was like, what? Because the phone company will send me a notification at 50%, and at 75%, and again at 90%, and again at cap. And the following day, or 2 days after, I reached cap. And so for the last 3 days, I've been kind of running on no data, but she resets tonight. That's the first part. But another important milestone that happens tonight, it's Facebook Deletion Day at midnight tonight, which, because it's 8:45 p.m. right now, is about 3 hours and 15 minutes away. In about that 3 hours and 15 minutes, I will no longer be able to access my old Facebook profile. It will be officially and permanently deleted. Which I think is fantastic. I mean, I kind of agree with social medias and online things giving a timeline for, okay, so your account is going to be put up for deletion, but you have, X amount of time if you want to access it. I know most social medias are 30 days, and any email is 365 days. So when you choose to shut down an email address, they want you to not access that email address for a full year before it gets deleted. So I know my original email address. Oh, there's a baby bunny, but it ran away. I know my original email address that doesn't exist anymore. The first one I ever had was deleted a long time ago. I deleted it when I was about 12 or 13 years old. That would have been deleted about 365 days after, and it was a Hotmail account back in the day. Back in the day before everyone had @Live. Back in the day before Microsoft wanted you to punch in your email and password in order to sign into your computer. Back when not every computer was expected to be connected to the internet. Saw this tweet that said, how old are you? And it was people putting I'm, describe this thing years old, you know what I mean? And so I put, I'm plugging an adapter into my desktop computer to get Wi-Fi years old, which is true. I'm last generation to watch shit on VHS old. I'm, first generation to have, to reach a point in my childhood where I had half of stuff on VHS and half of stuff on DVD. Years old. You know, I saw the millennium years old. Saw it, but I'm not remember it years old because I was 3 at the time. But I did, in fact, see it. But yeah, no, in the last 30 days since I deleted it on the evening of July 17th, I have felt no pull to go back onto Facebook and have Facebook sort of control my life anymore. Twitter's where it's at, by the way. Levy_Marcus, you all know that stuff. So do come and find me on there, and then check out all of the other stuff that I'll be posting up there. I try to make the majority of tweets worth people checking out. You know, it's not a lot of pointless updates of like, oh, here's a picture of like my food. You know what I mean? It's not all like that. Not at all. But with this Facebook sort of removal process, it starts to bring to mind another social media that to me has enjoyed a lot of decreased interest, and that would be Instagram. One, because Instagram's linked to Facebook, like owned by them, so I'm partially not cool with that. Number two, Facebook has decided they're going to attempt to rebrand Instagram as Instagram through Facebook, which you can look that shit up. That's actually true. Just look up Instagram rebranded through Facebook on Google, and you'll find Forbes article and articles from The Guardian and The Hill, all that stuff. Legitimate news organizations, not blogs. But it's not a conspiracy, folks. WhatsApp's also getting rebranded through Facebook. And I understand. And I've used Instagram for, you know, a year less than I had that previous Facebook account. Started that Facebook account in November of 2013. Started my Instagram October of 2014. I don't know. And I find I'm having less desire to want to post on Instagram for some reason. Is it maybe because I have 3 accounts? Is it maybe because I'm just losing my edge for wanting to be on the gram? I don't know. I'm starting to think she might be the next one to go. And there's a part of me who was kind of like, oh, I would never lose interest in posting on Instagram. But the thing is, I absolutely might. Just because a lot of this social media stuff is more of a distractionary tool, a way we can pacify ourselves for no fucking reason. Like, I've placed app limits, like time limits, per day on those applications. Now, of course, I'm absolutely going to get back to posting on Instagram like I said I would. I literally posted that same picture on all 3 of my accounts and said, listen, I'm just reformatting my social medias, and I'll be back. And I think I will. I think I'm actually going to give myself an Instagram break. And instead of trying to think about what to post next, I'm going to keep the pictures of stuff that I have. But I'm not going to post anything else on there until September. Until maybe the 1st of September. Take a little break from the gram. Well, I've posted over 2,500 pictures. There are a lot of the pictures in I'm talking my personal Instagram, which is locked, by the way, because of my job. But on my personal Instagram, I have over 2,500 pictures. There are pictures way down when you dive into the depths of my Instagram that I don't even have a physical copy of. I do not own a digital or physical copy of those pictures. Or they were pictures that were taken on a phone that I no longer have, that was from years ago, you know? And to me, if the whole point of why I got rid of Facebook was not to be reminded of that shit from the past, Instagram, unfortunately, also existed in that time period. And that's where I get a little wonky on whether or not to keep the gram or not. I'm doing just fine with Twitter. Doing just fine with Twitter and the YouTube game, as well as keeping the SoundCloud, the iTunes, and Spotify for the podcast. That's really it. I mean, I enjoy the memes that I get on Instagram. Sometimes there are some really good ones. But I think for the first time in 5 years, I'm going to take a break from Instagram for the next 2 weeks until school starts. And then I'll get right back to posting. Just feeling kind of bleh about that whole thing. And have been for mostly the entire month of August. Well, because now that Facebook's gone, what I need to do is revamp my social media usage personally. I need to figure out which applications get high priority and which ones don't. Because I've got 5, right? Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, Pinterest. Realistically, I don't use Pinterest all that often, but it's something that I do get some value from looking at some stuff on there. Challenge lists, quotes, all that good stuff. Reddit, I find some of the stuff on there interesting, funny, but not overly appealing. I don't mind Snapchat. Problem is having Snapchat and Instagram where they have 24-hour stories. Maybe I would just prefer Snapchat, you know what I mean? And then, of course, it's between Instagram and Twitter for the title, right? Twitter has the power, despite not having the longevity in my life, to overtake Instagram, despite the fact that it is Instagram's rightful place to take the throne after having been around for 5 years, whereas Twitter's only been around since March. But we'll see what happens. Check out all the social media down below, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and thanks for listening to my ramblings. See ya in 129.